It's high time.
A podcast raised from above.
We're live!
Raja had to scream, "We're live," in order to shut down. Horribly inappropriate. Just now.
Oh my.
Hello! Welcome to the Overmuch Podcast. And I'm here joined newly by Tupi.
Yeah. Hello.
And
Hey, Elijah.
yeah, what's wrong?
I got a problem.
What'd
you do?
you got me and Jared flipped.
Oh.
No.
Yes, sir.
I was supposed to be on top of
I
it.
knew it. When we
That's
put
why I
name
did
tags
this
on things,
right
this is
here.
why I should have never put our names on it. We're getting stuck with this crap. And I looked at it too for like 30 seconds, and I didn't even notice. Oh no.
Okay, so here's some live editing going on.
He's watching. It's fine. Oh dang it! Someone's here.
So I started this off, and we got a new thing in, and so.
I love how you got like yours correctly. Like ours.
Got you and Tupi, man. You hooked them up.
Yeah, he's got to make sure the Canadian feels good, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's the special guy.
Indeed.
They already
I'll
got me
be
laughing my
Jared.
butt off.
All right, we're back.
I'll be Jared this podcast. Hold on. I have to put on my
Let's
best
do,
non-accent.
Let's do impressions of each other. Like
Let's do
God.
go. You go first, Jared. You go
no,
first.
I'm scared. I don't know. Just like
What the fuck?
like that.
I have to look at the stream now to see what you
Okay.
did.
I don't
No, you
I don't know.
don't.
No, you
Like
don't.
the impression.
Okay, here's my impression of Jared.
Sick of bait,
Get on
bro.
the payload, Erie. Get on the payload, for gosh sakes. Quit being all the way over at frickin' their spawn and get back to the payload.
My job in Overwatch is being Elijah's mom at this point.
He's got it fixed now, boys.
All right,
Oh, there we go.
there's like people watching now. This is prime time.
All right, here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your faces to the Overmuch Podcast. Overmuch podcast.
Overmuch.
I am Mr. Giblets. We're on Elijah Lost channel. You'll see him just below my face wearing a funny looking hat. Is he wearing his hat today? No,
Yes,
I guess
he is.
not.
I am.
He is
no.
wearing the hat.
Hat.
He's not wearing the hat.
I'm wearing the hat.
Okay.
Jared's not wearing the hat.
Directly to my
I don't believe them.
right and down, I have Jared. Jared, what? And our special guest today is esteemed member of the Red Dragons Guild, Mr. T2P, coming at us from
Canada.
Canada.
Canadian. Yep.
This
How's it
evening.
going, folks?
So, Elijah.
So, first order of business for the Overmuch Podcast, we were talking about such a carryover. It's our such a carryover spot.
Such a carry over.
Yeah, such a carryover. Esports play directly changes the game, and Jared is pissed.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I guess I could put my 2 cents in there. It bothered me a lot more when like last time. I think I've cooled my head down a little bit. I think I've had some time to reflect and think about it a little bit more. Really, the thing that bugs me is that, and I'm not going to throw stats out there because I've actually thrown statistics out there and I'm wrong 100% of the time. But it's safe to say that the majority of people who play Overwatch are mid to low level of play at this point.
Gold down.
Yeah, gold and down with the new ranking system. So, whereas as of right now, it's being balanced for like diamond, top 500 level people, and it makes it more interesting for these high level people in esports. It's really good for esports as of right now because it makes it a bit more interesting to watch when everything's balanced towards that level of play. But let's get down to brass tacks, people. I don't really care if Seagull plays better with a certain balance change, or freaking IDDQ, what's his face, plays better. When it comes down to it, they're ignoring these different suggestions from mid to low level range players in order to satisfy the play needs of just an extremely small percentage of people. So, anybody have differing thoughts or same thoughts or anything about that?
I'm gonna go last on this. Somebody else go.
I think it's okay. Go ahead, Tupi.
Okay, well, last podcast I watched, Giblets mentioned CS:GO.
Yes.
If any game has a meta that's based on how professionals play, it's that game. If the team that wins major that month or whatever it is plays a certain different style, throws a different smoke, everybody through every rank wants to learn it. In this game, it seems nobody wants to learn that. They want their medals. They want a gold medal. I was on the payload for 10 minutes. I got a gold medal, but we still lost. Could have did something different. I don't know. I agree with Jared on it.
Oh yeah, before anybody starts, shout out to MC Glenn. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing
Also,
okay.
thanks Glenn for retweeting the
Yeah.
stream out there.
Appreciate that.
And Divine Clown as well.
Yeah, and my opinion on it is, you got this game. They've made it for esports. They've made the game for esports. So I don't fault them for balancing it around esports. I really don't. I mean, they invested the money. I didn't. I invested some of the money.
Right.
So I should have a say, definitely. But I feel like they're gonna change a lot of the things that they're changing now, even now, to something I like eventually. So I'm gonna wait. That's my 2 cents. So speaking, yeah, go ahead.
I thought I was going to go last. So this is what I have to say. I mean, if you look at, let's take Genji in a box all by himself, and let's just talk about Genji for a second, okay?
Mm-hmm. That was the biggest change.
That was the biggest nerf change that they had going on, seems like, was Genji. And the reason they nerfed Genji, it wasn't because Genji was running rampant in gold, silver, and platinum. It's because Genji at the very highest level, in the top 500 level, or in the competitive Overwatch, ESL esports level, Genji was ridiculous, because if you put him in the hands of an extremely skilled player, a 3500 or better, his animation canceling was super overpowered. And his ability to regenerate his double jump off the wall and do all of that crazy stuff that Genji was able to do pre-nerf.
He was Superman.
It was super overpowered when it was in the hands of somebody who had the skill to utilize it. Now, if I tried to play Genji pre-nerf, I couldn't do all that crap. It didn't matter if they nerfed him or not. He's the same character to me as a gold player as he was pre-nerf. I mean, he didn't change at all to me, because I didn't do all of those things. And so I don't worry so much about them balancing based on high level play, because the balancing that they do doesn't affect, at least in my eyes, it doesn't affect gold and down most of the time. Just like soldiers, when they nerfed Soldier, they realized, hey, this is a big nerf. It's affecting the vast majority of players, not just the highest level. Let's walk it back a little bit. I don't think that it's not necessarily a bad idea to balance play based on the highest level, because that's where you're going to see the problem. Gold and down, is going to be I guess a schmoz either way. It doesn't really matter. If you give somebody a 1% advantage, somebody that's a gold or down is not going to be able to take advantage of 1%. But Seagull will, and that 1% will mean the difference between him being, good and so good nobody's capable of dealing with him anymore. So I think that's why. That's a thing.
And Siegel's just an example. He wasn't necessarily winning, was he?
I mean, he's just an example of a super high level Genji player.
But he's that one player on the map. You have to stop what you're doing and deal with him right away. And if you don't, you're screwed. As soon as he's behind you and he can do what he does with the move canceling, you're done. He's going after your tank, he's going after your healer, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's Swiss strike through your whole friggin' team, and kill 3 people. That's game changing,
Yeah, but he could also go through Junkrat's trap. So you think you have a trap, but he's gone.
He's swift striking traps, and but Siegel is a threat when you have something that's out of balance like that. Larry Rando is not,
Right.
Yeah. So there you go.
My final, before we move on to the next topic, my final thoughts is that they're going at it on the wrong end of the spectrum. They should be balancing it according to the lowest common denominator, because balances are for unfair advantages, just base level unfair advantages. So in my eyes, if there is an exploit in which the lowest common denominator of player can overpower someone of a higher level, then it needs to be balanced and nerfed. But it really comes back to the fact that if you're good at the game, you're always going to be good at the game. I mean, look at Siegel. They nerfed Genji, so he stopped playing him. And he's releasing videos and streams all the time of him playing like the worst characters in the meta and still beating the crap out of people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's getting golden limbs all the time as, like, Symmetra. In mid-level play, you don't play as Symmetra. Yeah. High-level play, you don't play as Symmetra.
Yeah.
But the fact is that good people will be good regardless of what nerfs and balances we are doing.
So balance your game, Overmuch.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
There we go.
Overmuch.
Overwatch.
We're changing the name. We're going to sue.
Overmuch Watch? Overmuch
Watch.
Watch.
Overwatch's name is too close to our podcast name, and we're going to file a DMCA cease and desist.
No.
Don't get that started.
So speaking of Genji being overpowered, something that they're doing that's overpowered is the dev update they did yesterday. They are trying to fix the netcode. Okay,
I have no idea what that means, Roger. You're going to have to expand on that.
Okay, so they're increasing the bandwidth on a lot of the servers. They're upgrading the servers. A lot of them. Yeah. And they said, I don't know, they gave a bunch of numbers, but they're saying, like, it's going to be better than it ever was. So, there you go.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what that is. Like,
well, it's basically like, frickin', you guys should be excited about this. I watched the dev update. I didn't give you guys the dev update because it just came out yesterday, and I put it on there, and yeah. But, Roadhog hooks are going to be better now for people getting hooked. Like, it's going to be the latency.
What do you mean?
They're fixing the latency a little bit.
But are they fixing the bug that I was talking about last night with his hook?
Oh, they said it's going to be through walls less, is what they said. That's what they said.
Now, 2P, are you calling, when you call it the bug, describe the bug.
Okay, so there's a certain distance Roadhog will pull you to from him. So if you're far away, he'll pull you to that distance. But if you're closer to him that distance, he'll actually push your character back to that distance.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about just getting the initial hook and basically latency, and people even with bad networks will basically it's going to be good for everybody is what they said. So
it's going to make Roadhog, it's going to make it easier for him to hook me?
Yes.
No, it's going to make it so that the latency is less, so there's less latency, so you have more chance to react.
Okay, so
for the viewers,
better ping?
So viewers at home who aren't familiar with netcode.
Yeah.
Netcode is pretty much like a blanket term. I'm definitely not reading off of Wikipedia right now, by the way. Netcode is a blanket term for anything that relates to latency, high ping, anything like that. So from my understanding of netcode, the perfect example is two guys on opposite ends of the room in like Battlefield. They aim down sights at the exact same time, but one of them, and they shoot the exact same bullets in the exact same place, but one of them dies first because they have a worse netcode netcode latency. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, so basically they upgraded there's some of their servers in the US and Europe and a couple other places.
Yeah.
So
because I've been noticing a lot of Roadhog issues, like if you have a character that has, for example, like a Genji who can swift strike like a teleport, almost like a tracer or something.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that Roadhog will throw a hook, and in the action of that hook going out, a tracer or a Genji will, left shift and teleport, whatever, move really fast. If there's any latency at all, if your client is slow, then you see yourself teleport, but Roadhog still hooks you. And then because of the way they've changed the hook now, you get drugged back across the map and sucked in, and it's just really, really confusing for a lot of people, I think. So maybe that will help that, I hope.
So basically they're just upgrading their servers, and that was their dev update. So
yeah, because really, at least for me, since the last update, hooking has been way too reliable for...
He hooks alt.
Don't say that.
He hooks alt and cancels them. As a Reaper, he'll hook me, and then that's my alt. Gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, now that I can see, because McCree can flashbang you, and your ult is done.
Yeah, that's true.
As a diva can come in and defense matrix you, and your ult is wasted. So I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, but that's a shield. That's not Roadhog standing on the top of the building hitting me with his hook. Or
as a diva, you have to. Yeah, as a diva, you have to be right on top of them to stop that.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to be right there.
So we'll play this week and see if we notice a difference. But that's what they said. So
that update came out when?
September 9th.
That must have been what I downloaded yesterday.
All my troubles seem so... Copyright claim, my bad. All right.
Season 2. Season 2, we played for a week now. I mean, it just dropped not too long ago. Right before the podcast, right? And we got our placement matches in. What is your thoughts, Tupi?
I like it better than the last format they had with the rankings.
Yeah, you have less whining about, there's a level 33 on our team. That's why we lost. Or, because you only see that gold. You have to look.
Play with your... Right. I like that it's not that you're just playing with, golds or whatever. You're also playing with people that are skilled with you. Matches, I noticed, they're going back and forth a lot more than just one team running over the other. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot less steamrolling. In the matchmaking. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty happy with that. My question to you guys is, are you satisfied with your initial placement rank? Because there's been across the entire... That's been the big guffaw right now. And say in chat if you guys are happy with your placements, because I'm actually pretty happy with mine, especially because I'm a support main. I'm happy with my placement. But what are your guys' thoughts on your placements?
I didn't place very well after I finished mine. I got 3 games in a row with, I think, Smurfs, because they just did nothing. I had an attacking Bastion that just would post up, and that was it. He wouldn't go on to site, nothing.
Yeah.
2P probably deserves Diamond. 2P over there, he's Mr. Diamond, in a just world. He's Diamond.
But I got up to gold, so I'm okay now.
Yeah, I was very surprised that I placed higher than 2P.
Yeah, I was surprised at how low 2P placed. I think he was probably, but I mean, here's the thing though. You almost want to place lower than you think you should, because you're going to go higher. If you place high, there's nowhere for you to go but down. So if you place low, then there's a chance for you to gain skill ranks. And remember, folks, unless you're, if you make diamond, you don't go back. There's no going backwards. Even if your elo drops below the diamond threshold, you're going to stay diamond, and at the end of the season, you're going to get diamond rewards. So, if you're a gold and you're sitting on 2200 and you're like, man, I really wish I could have made platinum, you're right there. You're 300 elo away from being platinum, and as soon as you get there, you're there. You know what I'm saying? So don't let a low placement get you down. I mean, there's plenty of times I wish that, I had
just
played
wish I
slower.
get better teammates sometimes.
Yeah. Solo queuing is very dangerous at the moment.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh man, I got screwed yesterday. Yeah. Go ahead, Tupi.
No, I was going to use the example of me and you last night. We were playing competitive, but we were solo queuing without each other.
Yeah.
Basically played the same type of game, but at the end, his team, I guess, just decided they didn't want to play anymore, and my team just held it out through the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a team-based game, so if you don't have a good team, you're not going to do good. Like if someone just wants to play Reaper, but he's never played Reaper and has 2 kills the entire game, then you can't have that.
The crud out of me is when somebody's like switching 5 or 6 heroes,
Oh, I can admit I do that sometimes when I get frustrated and can't get anything going.
Right. I mean, really, the only thing that I'm fairly happy with season 2. I'm pretty freaking happy with it. Only thing is that, and they fixed it a little bit, is the 1,000. You can only play within 1,000 of each other.
Yep.
Like your elo, and they definitely fixed it. It was 500, which is ridiculous, but they fixed it to 1,000, which I'm happy with. But I still think it should be like 1,500 or something like that, because let's be honest, support leveling is broken right now. You cannot level up nearly as fast as your friends if you support main. So it's nice. It's actually nice that I placed like over Tupi, because now I have a chance to play with him for like a couple weeks until he's way higher than me and I can't play with him anymore.
Well, I thought they fixed that for support.
I don't think you have to worry about 1,000 elo. 1,000 elo is a lot.
Yeah,
that's
playing
really
with Diamond. That's playing with Diamond.
I mean, if you rank in at 2,000 and you're a silver, right? Yeah. Silver?
No. Gold.
Yeah, I ranked in at 1950 something and got silver.
Okay, well, say you're 1,999.
Yeah.
Okay, you're silver. If you gain 1,000 elo, then you're threatening diamond.
I
mean, you're 1 elo away from diamond.
See that?
That 1,000 elo is a lot.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's just the principle of the thing that bothers me. They did it because of Smurf accounts, like Tubi just mentioned, Smurf accounts. Stream, if you don't know what a Smurf account is, it's high-level players who purposely get low-level accounts and throw games in order to help rank up their friends. So that's why they did that, so that you couldn't make a Smurf team where you have one high level player and a ton of low level players. But again, that's just Overwatch catering. It's Blizzard catering to a tiny percentage of what's actually going on. Maybe I'm just salty. I'm a very salty man.
I wouldn't say they're catering to anybody. It's just like the initial Soldier 76 nerf for his burst fire. They did it because there was a small percentage of people using a friggin' macro, and they screwed it up for everybody else. So CSGO did the same thing. I mean, they would make changes to the game because there was a tiny exploit that 1% of the population was using, and they had to change the game as a result of it.
Well, not even population. Fnatic did a boost one time on one map, and then they changed the way the layout of the map was because they boosted once.
Yeah, once.
Yep. Certainly did. I remember that.
So I think we talked pretty good about placement. I was going to talk a little bit about Eichenwalde, just real quick.
Right.
I played Eichenwalde in competitive. I played one match. I just wanted to just screw around a little bit. I was serious, but I wanted to screw around, so I played Mei. And it fit in the comp.
From you saying
disgust. That. I feel the disgust from them.
It fit the comp good enough, so I did it. But I had been practicing her in quick play. But what I found about the point was, without the alts, the first choke is really hard. It's silly hard to penetrate. It is, even competitive. Fair is a good thing if defense doesn't deal with her well, which happens in low levels and mid level.
Yeah.
Especially on that first choke. Roadhog on that bridge. I found somebody with Roadhog on that bridge at the first choke, just in that little room on the left if you're attacking. That is a very solid defense if you have a Roadhog up there and he's hooking. Good. The vertical towers on the first bit of the payload is really hard to offend. Is something else I found. If you have if the other team has a Bash and a Torbjorn.
Yes. That mid between the first cap point and the first checkpoint after moving the payload is just turret heaven. Is really what it is.
Yeah, because it's really hard to hit that Bastion or that Torbjorn that's way up there.
And going back to what I said in the first podcast, where Eichenwalde's sort of an answer to the weak defense meta.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. I play. Look, on defense when we play quick play, the only thing I play on Eichenwalde is Symmetra. That's the only thing I've played so far, and I have had immense amount of success with Symmetra. I think I got, what was it, one time, I think played a quick play last night on Eichenwalde, and I played Symmetra, and I got 29 eliminations or something stupid like that, and I had 8 turret kills. It was dumb. It's so dumb. But yes, Eichenwalde is all about the defense meta, and Torbjorn is having a wet dream.
Yep.
And,
Oh, yeah. Torbjorn
who
and
else?
Bastion.
And Junkrat.
Jeez.
The return that nobody asked for. Junkrat has returned, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good on some maps, and he's good on some points on some maps. I wouldn't say there's a single map. One complete map. He's I guess,
up in that upper room if he's not dealt with. Yeah.
But that's just on the second point, though, And,
Yeah.
So and
I found that May's ult makes her a good pick in more situations, including payloads. With that extra meters of range, I really think that May is going to be used more. We have a friend that's using her too much, but no, he's not using her too much, but
wrong situations maybe.
Yeah.
Are we talking about May now? Or are we still talking about Eichenwalde?
Oh.
We can talk about Eichenwalde for a couple more things.
A couple more things. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I got a tirade. Once we get done talking about Eichenwalde, I got a tirade to go on.
I'm so ready.
Just let me know when you're done.
All right. I want to revise my opinions on the first choke point.
Oh.
And Eichenwalde.
I want to hear that.
Because originally I was extremely against that choke. Extremely against people. And I'm spinning. I always forget I'm on face cam. I'm just rotating around. So the thing was that I thought it was completely unfair. There were no flank routes or anything. I realized that all it is doing is encouraging people to play certain characters, such as Pharah, Zenyatta. If you have a Zenyatta on your team on attack, game over. Because at least for that choke point, because his Discord just scares people. At least in my personal experience.
Yeah, it scares everybody away.
I'm finding it's way easier to push that choke than it was when I first started playing. It's hard versus a 6 defense team, but right when you get one pick, just one pick off, and it's a 5v6, defense has 5, you can just death ball your way right through
just deal with the turrets and you're good. Yeah.
So I mean, I used to be very adamantly against that point, but I think it's I can appreciate it now for what it is.
So Giblets, you wanted to talk more about Eichenwalde, I guess?
Oh no, I got a completely unrelated rant. Completely unrelated.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I'm game. Let's listen to it.
Yeah, go on, Mr. Giblets.
All right, so all the Eichenwalde talk aside, we have an itinerary, and I'm skipping a couple things that go down here to medals. We need to talk about medals.
Okay.
medals.
Oh God.
Let me go ahead and throw this out there in case you didn't already.
Overwatch PSA, Overmuch PSA.
The
in
more
case
you know.
In case you didn't already know, so there's a thing called fire in this game. And
Yes.
if you've ever played, you'll know, your character says a certain thing. When you reach a certain level of fire, you are considered to be on fire. So every time you get an elimination or blow up a turret or just about anything that you do in the game gives you fire. Lucio gets fire, for example, from healing. If you push the payload, you get fire. It shows up on the screen. And every time you get an elimination, it shows you how much fire that elimination was worth. So if you get a 100 fire elimination, that means you did every single scrap of damage it took to kill that particular character that you just eliminated. Okay?
Right.
So if you get an elimination and it says 5 fire, you didn't do that much damage. You did some, but and the damage that you did resulted ultimately in that person dying, but you didn't do as much as the guy that got 80 fire for killing that person.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's in the bottom left of your screen, by the way. Just to
Under each
when you get the fire meter's in the bottom left of the screen by your health. When every time you get fire, it shows up right under your crosshair. Mm-hmm. So let's take a character like Mei, for example. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mei can run around spraying her stupid ice blaster, and damage 6 people in a span of 2 seconds, right? It should do 10 damage here, should do 10 damage here, should do 50 here, and these people are slowed and frozen. And then let's say, for example, a soldier runs in and sprays everything down and launches a helix rocket and kills 4 people. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? Mei got 4 eliminations. Even though she only did like 200 damage across 4 people, she got credit for 4 eliminations. It'll show in the top right-hand corner that soldier killed all those people, but it will pop up on your screen as Mei that you got 4 eliminations. And at the end of the game, when it says you got 45 eliminations, those 4 eliminations are in that number. Yes. So you don't think for 1 second that if you're running around and you're like, oh, I got 45 eliminations. Yeah, but how much fire were each of those eliminations worth? Were they worth 2 or were they worth 90?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, I mean, if you get a gold medal for eliminations and you had, like last night, and I'm not trying to put 2P down by any means, he's a great player. Last night we played a competitive and 2P was on Reaper. He got 61 eliminations. 61. Yeah. That's a ridiculous number. And you sit there and you look like, oh man, 2P went friggin' ham bone. Well, to a degree he did, but you got to think he's sitting here spraying shotgun blasts
everybody in my way
into the team the whole time, and then Elijah comes in with a hammer and kills 4 guys. Well, Elijah's head might pop up here in the kill feed, but 2P got 4 eliminations as well.
And I've heard that so many times playing a character like Reaper. I'll shoot into the team, and then all of a sudden I'll hear quad kill, and I'll look up in the feed, and it's everybody else on the team finished them off, and I've got like 5 damage, 10 damage, 15 damage, 30 damage.
It's so it's about
happened to me.
So it's about what your team is doing. So to kind of expound on that, if the rest of your team is dying and not doing anything horribly wrong strategically, it might be a sign that you might want to change up something. Or somebody change up something.
Look, I have had on several occasions, I'll do a diva ult, for example, as a desperation maneuver because it's either that or, we're going to lose the game. And so I'll just ult and it'll go off and I'll get a string of eliminations that come up and it'll say, quad kill or whatever, quadruple kill. And I look at the kill feed and it's 2P, Raja, me twice. I only got 2 kills on the kill feed, and at the end of the game, I didn't get play of the game. That's because I was the final blow that killed 4 people, but Arija and 2P had done 90% of the damage before my bomb ever went off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Cheddar Biz, Cheddar,
Talk about
also,
that,
hi
please.
Cheddar Biz.
Hello.
I know you from Twitter. he's asking, should the elimination go to the person with the most damage to the player?
That would probably be less confusing.
Well, because as of right now, as what we're all saying right now, is that getting an elimination like that is pretty much just kicking someone in the shin right before another dude shoots him in the head. Like, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
Well, I think people are confusing what they're saying elimination with a kill.
Yeah, it's not an elimination is a team elimination. A kill is a solo kill. It's you killed them. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so
so
since
when
this is a team game.
Yeah, well, when you get an elimination, it's all it means basically is that you did some damage to a person that died, that got killed. You did some damage to that person. Now, I'm the world's worst for trash damage. I love trash damage. I don't care what anybody says. I'm the friggin' trash damage king. I will stand on top of the payload and I will spray Diva into whatever is out there. I'll spray a Reinhardt shield. I'll spray everything. I will not stop shooting unless I'm about to die, because I will hold the trigger down on your face. And at the end of the game, look at Giblets. He got 35,000 damage. Well, yeah, I might have had 35,000 damage, but how much of that damage was sprayed into a Reinhardt shield? Or how much of that damage was 5 or 10 little, I'm throwing pillows. If Hanzo's way over there somewhere and I'm shooting him, I'm getting hit markers, but I'm throwing Nerf darts at that guy at that far away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I am so guilty of this. By the way, Lucio is the king of getting those eliminations that we've been talking about. Dude, I gold elims all the time with you guys, but as Lucio. But what does that mean? Like, that just means that I helped, like, yay, like, handed the baton. It doesn't actually mean.
I think a better metric for eliminations, instead of putting eliminations as a medal eligible thing, they should put solo kills in its place.
Because they track that too.
Or have it as its own medal.
They should have eliminations and kills.
Like, okay, as me as a DPS character, I only use the medal to see if I'm doing my job. Like, okay, I'm playing Reaper main. If I don't have gold in eliminations, it means I'm not putting enough damage into everybody on the enemy team for you guys to pick someone off or me kill them on my own or whatever. I kind of use it as a stat meter. Okay, I'm silver. I got to pick this up a little more.
So, look, the only medal at the end of the game that you should be concerned about trying to get gold, silver, or bronze is objective time.
Yes.
Yes.
If you got a gold medal on objective time and you had 1 minute and 30 seconds, that means your team was terrible. Now, Araja is the king of objective time playing Reinhardt. This guy averages like 3 friggin' minutes, If you got 2 minutes plus objective time and you didn't medal, you probably won the game, because that means most of the people on your team had 2+ minutes objective time, and that's the friggin' point of the game, is to cap objectives and move payloads. It's not to get eliminations.
Like, if you could get 60 eliminations, and every time Mercy rezzed all of them, and then you lost.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a beautiful example.
Now, people are going to say, but Mr. Giblets, if you get eliminations, if you get a team kill, that makes it easier. Look, one person is not going to get a team kill, period. This is not Call of Duty. This is not CSGO. One guy is not going to get it done. It takes 6 people to kill 6 other people. I don't care what anybody says, unless you have a huge skill disparity for some reason. A 5v6 is not. I mean, of course, the ults and all of that, an ult can change the whole game. One ult can change the whole game. Right. So, but Reaper's not going to be able to drop down into 6 people and ult and kill them all unless their team, either their team is garbage, or you were by yourself and they all just turned and shot you dead. There's got to be some kind of a distraction. There's got to be some kind of coordination going on.
Comboing ults is very key.
Prime example. Can we segue? Can we use this segue?
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Let's segue into callouts with this. Prime example of this last night on Elos. We were doing a Lucio Zenyatta thing.
Yeah, I was Zenyatta. You were Lucio. Yeah.
And Araya's pushing in to the point, shield up, Reinhardt shield. And one thing about this game that's different is you can see your teammates via wall hack. If you don't know what a wall hack is, that means you can see an outline of the character. You can see your teammates. And I saw 2P, he was hiding on top of a med pack, waiting for a med pack to spawn or something inside of a building. And they came out, and 2P was behind him as Reaper. And I'm like, hey, 2P, come out right now. They're all right there. And sure enough, 2P came out.
That.
He ulted, got a 4K, and that put us on the objective. And I think we won that match.
I think that's the game we won at the end.
And that was just a small piece of us winning that game. But that 4K right there, because he came out, he killed a Reinhardt, a Zarya, and a Lucio, and something else. But 2P had no idea he was in a good position until I told him. It was that call out. That call out is what got 2P into position. It took teamwork to put 2P, one person, in a position to kill 4 people.
Yeah,
he didn't just do it by himself. You know, it took teamwork. And so, all that being said, I'd like to segue into call outs at this time.
Ooh, call outs.
I don't have any good ones, but if anybody does have some good ones, maybe we should share them.
Zarya on the right. If your team is all up together, if there's a Zarya on the right, that's a good call out. If your team is all over the place and you say Zarya on the right, maybe that's not the greatest call out ever.
I've been thinking about call outs, and really call outs in this game are only useful if your team is all in the same place, which they should be. They should be around the same area. Unless you're a flanker. Yeah, go ahead.
I would put callouts like we had in Counter-Strike.
They're
short, they're quick, they're sweet. Okay, you have
said this
one haul that's long.
You said that last episode.
That's what it's called. It's called long.
You talked about this last episode. What are callouts are they built into the game?
There are some, but there are others that you shorten down. But it's pretty basic. Like, okay, if you have a short haul and a long haul side by side.
So you press a button and then
you call one long, one short.
No, in CSGO, it appears on the top right corner whenever you're in that area.
If you speak in game chat, it'll show your location, the official name for your location next to your name in the team chat. But, I mean, all of those call-outs that CSGO has as default, nobody uses those stupid call-outs. I mean, some of them, like long A or A
banana
door or something.
Yeah, like Goose isn't in the game.
Goose isn't in the game. Banana's not in the game. Squeaky. Yeah. Nobody ever called, people came up with that.
Squeaky
and the reason they come up with that is because when you open that door, it squeaks. So you call it squeaky. I mean, that's you, and it just becomes part of the game in the community after a while. It takes some time, but I mean, it's
that's a good call out, Cheddar.
You got to go over.
He called out we lost. Short, informative.
GG.
Yeah, very good one.
Army Man, what are you talking about? Army Man says there's some vague call-outs in the PS4 Overwatch since there's no text chat.
Ooh. Well,
see, I'd like to hear some professional guys at a tournament. I'd like to hear a listening from them, because anytime I listen to a pro stream or anything, they don't really have a call-outs. They just say...
I'll link you to something.
Say the character name and attacking left, right, going behind, whatever.
Now, I think call-outs are going to be important if Sombra, who, for those who don't know, is the rumored new character, if Sombra does what they say she's going to do.
I'm invisible.
Which is
the stealth character, right?
Yeah, if she actually cloaks, then that would add a whole new element. Or
it'll depend on her weapon though too. If she has a shitty weapon, then
and also I'm pretty sure at least this is my own rumor. I think that her ult would be making someone other character invisible.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Let me say one more thing about callouts before I go off on Sombra. If you're in a place and you want to make a call out, make your call out
tailored to another person.
What I'm trying to think of what the word I want to say is, base your call out on the objective or the payload. So if you say Genji flanking high right, you mean he's high right of the payload as you're facing the payload. So if you're on attack, the direction the payload is moving, you're facing that direction, and he's high right. Or
Yes.
it looks like left on the screen, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's just no good callouts for this friggin' game, and people are always like
high right objective, high right payload, high.
Last thing, because we need to move on because we have a couple more topics. Last thing, Army Man Productions is talking about the group up symbol that can pop up.
Yeah.
Now, that gave me an idea. If we should have a danger pop up, like if you are in danger and
Bastion,
someone's like
danger,
right on top
Will
of you.
Robinson, danger.
Yeah, exactly. Like we should be able to spam it, and that helps alert our other teammates that there's an enemy presence where we are. It probably would get. Someone would abuse that though, probably.
For the first bit, but then it would calm down.
What if you had a key you could press, and you put your cursor on a location and press a key, and it makes a little triangle pop up for your team.
Oh,
so
like battlefield spotting, like spotting in battlefield games, but
you can do that in
instead of
Battlefield.
for characters.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of for characters, it's for locations.
It's just
but that might be too slow for this type of game because this is a
That's
fast-paced game.
That's
Like,
true.
do you really want to be putting up a marker when you got Roadhog and Reinhardt and Reaper coming at you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Be like, guys, hold up. Gotta place this
Like,
down.
I could see a specialty character having that.
Yeah, like as a part of their kit.
Yeah, like Widowmaker's ult. You get the wall hack from that, or Hanzo's arrow.
Right. So I get
Having some sort of thing where it shows up all over the map where these characters are.
Okay. So what are we moving on to, bud? Lucio or what? We kind of skipped around a little bit today.
Skip around a little bit.
That's my bad. I was hot and heavy to talk about.
Let's talk about team comp.
All right.
Because I feel like that would be more interesting. We can come to Lucio another time because I have a lot to say.
That'll be our carryover.
All of you Lucio mains out there.
Yeah.
All two of you. Just kidding. Everybody Lucio mains. There's so many freaking Lucio mains.
Dude, Lucio
Anyway.
is so meta right now. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, and they're gonna nerf him again, Jared. You know that.
I swear to goodness, I will find what's his name, freaking
Jeff Kaplan.
Yeah, Jeff Kaplan. I'm gonna go to your house and freaking
and write an angry letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna
write an angry letter on your porch.
I'm gonna write him an angry letter. He's gonna look at the envelope and realize that there's no postage stamp, and it's gonna click in his head. He's like, "Wait a second,
Blow his mind.
wasn't mailed. This wasn't mailed. Someone stuck this into my mailbox personally by hand." And it's just gonna cut away, and he's gonna be dead.
It's gonna have a Lucio sticker on it.
Yeah, just gonna
Lucio sticker.
just gonna have the Lucio cereal box.
Just plays the healing music.
Yeah.
Oh, and then like a little card that says, "Oh, let's break it down."
Oh yeah, the card. You open the card, like those little ones that open.
Let's drop.
Right.
Let's drop.
Anyway.
the beat. Okay,
Tangents. Let's talk about team comp.
Okay. 2
2
tanks, 2 healers, 2 DPS. It's the standard comp.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Here's the problem. What constitutes DPS in some people's mind is Junkrat and Bastion
Yeah.
on attack.
Oh, I hate
That's a
those
problem,
people.
right?
Yes, that is a real bad problem, especially if they get Thorbjorn. His little gun, it's strong. It hurts when he shoots you. I hate when people grab him for attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
Widowmaker, Symmetra, Bastion. There are probably good Widowmaker players out there, but I have not seen them.
I don't care. Widowmaker in
haven't
our
seen
level
either.
of play, and by our level, I mean literally from bronze to almost diamond. Widowmaker is useless in the meta.
Because she's so
Pretty
weak.
much.
She's outplayed by Ana
Yeah.
right now.
If you're gonna pick a sniper, why would you?
her
pick
DPS is
Widowmaker?
way
way better with Ana.
Yeah, and if
And
you're gonna
Ana can
pick
heal
Ana,
people.
shoot
Yeah.
your team first, and then if there's nobody to heal, then shoot the enemy. But
Well, I mean,
that's another point entirely.
That's another point. But the point is that all Widow can do is get kills, and she can't get kills in the meta right now.
Well, her
And-
ult's pretty much useless too. She
Yeah,
gives you
like
a wall
who
hack.
cares?
Like I don't
I mean,
care.
Hanzo has that as an alt fire.
Yeah, exactly. Like if that's all you want, just pick Hanzo and troll from the back.
And Hanzo's big in the meta right now. So yeah, team comp. We need 2 healers. We always need 2 healers. I don't care what you're playing, unless you're playing like some very, like if you have like the best freaking people in the world, you don't want to not have 2 healers. That's my opinion.
It's a 2 healer meta. I mean, it's not even a 2 tank meta, really. I mean,
you can get away with 1 tank.
Yeah, but you need 2 healers.
You can flex tanks, and you can flex DPS, but you got to have a primary and a secondary healer. And right now, Zenyatta is the best secondary healer, and he's the only secondary healer that anybody can pick.
Well, that also
this will be another carryover, but I'm having a lot of fun with Zenyatta. I just want to say,
dude, look, we played Zenyatta Lucio last night, and we were pooping on kids.
Yeah, that's actually a really good combo.
Everybody probably I'm taking that out of context.
And well, don't take what I say out of context. You know what happens when
we're gonna poop on some kids.
But no, really, like here's the thing. Okay, so with team comp, it's always best to go. You just go two tanks, 2 healers, and 2 DPS at the start of every match. Okay, and then once you get into the meat of that match and you realize if you're having a problem, you say, okay, this is the problem I'm having. Let me now change my team composition to counter that problem. And it's a perfect example. I really wish we had that match recorded so we could post it on YouTube or something, but it was perfect example. It was on Elios, and it was King of the Hill, and the first 2, as you know, it's best of 5. It was Well was first, and then it was that one that's like Dockside. I don't know what the name of it is, but the objective is off on the side of the map, like near the edge of the water.
Yeah.
And then it was that stupid like temple one that we all hate with the thing right in the middle. It's like a football field of death with the objective at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So we always have problems with that. And our Lucio Zenyatta meta didn't work. It just didn't work, and we got smashed, and we had to come back to it. When we came back to that map, we changed our comp. Jared went Lucio, and I went Diva, and it was I think we won 100% to like 15%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean,
I love how we just talked about how 2 healer meta is vital, and then we just brought up
we weren't having healing problems.
Had 1 healer.
We weren't having healing problems.
Change your style of comp to search.
We played more conservatively, except for me.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is the best thing to do is to just start with 2-2-2, and then flex to the problem that you're having. If their Reinhardt is going ham bone and smashing your face, because he's getting nano boosted by Anna every 2 minutes, then flex your comp and get something that's going to get back there and kill that Anna.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's just and when you talk about somebody like Widowmaker not being in the meta, the reason Widowmaker's not in the meta is because she's so easily countered. Just take again Diva for example. Widowmaker friggin' shoots me in the side of the head. Okay, wow. Now I'm at 300 health instead of 500. I immediately boost and defense matrix, fly right in her face, smash her off of her little ledge, and shoot her down into dust, and she's dead. There you go. I mean, she's too easy to counter.
She's all hit scan as well. And at the moment, that's another reason she's getting outplayed by Ana. I mean, granted, when you scope in with Ana, she's hit scan, but I mean, from the hip, and hitboxes with projectiles are just huge now. So that's another.
Yep.
So, what were we saying? I got sidetracked by pooping on kids.
We were talking about team comp. I think we pretty well covered all that. I'm talking too much. You guys got to tell me to shut the hell up.
No, it's good.
You're talking the truth, though.
So it's 8:30 right now, but we started a little bit late, so we can go a little bit longer.
So we have a few more minutes. I was going to talk about. Well, I'm not going to talk about that.
Can I talk about something that?
Yeah, go ahead, Tupi. Go.
Okay,
Dude,
it's at the bottom of our itinerary. It's the never see the healer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how many games I've played solo queue that there's a Mercy, there's a Lucio, sometimes there's even a third healer for no goddamn reason. And I get healed once. There's no res, there's no Zenyatta boost, there's no drop the beat. Please tell me from you guys that are supports, what the hell are they doing? What are they trying to accomplish? Not doing anything at all.
They run in and die.
They death chain. Pretty much the main reason that you don't see a healer is because they are pocket healing someone. So rather than pocket healing you,
pocket healing the Genji who's dying anyway.
they have like Lucio's try to pocket heal, which is the exact opposite of what he's built to do. He's built to
run around.
Group
He's
heal.
fast.
Yeah. But the main reason that you don't see healers is because they aren't playing as healers. Pretty much, I mean, Zenyatta is a perfect example.
Yeah, you can play him and never heal anybody.
That's why he's an alt heal, is because, like it or not, he's not... I mean, I gold heal, and he heals with him a ton, but...
You can play Mercy and never heal anybody. I've seen battle Mercies just popping their guns.
Oh my God.
And they're
Battle
like,
Mercy.
I have a res?
I've been killed by a few of them.
I have a res? Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, yeah, I do have a res.
Yeah.
What do you know? The game's over and we lost, but I have a res. You know, it's... And then there's the other side of that, which is that the healer's there, and they're healing their tank. They're healing everybody, but the team doesn't notice because they're losing.
Right, exactly. So...
And I've seen that because I was watching a stream today, and I was watching this Mercy healing this guy. I was watching this Zenyatta healing this guy, this Reinhardt, and at the end of the game, he's like, "Where? I never saw the Mercy." And I'm like, "She was there the whole game, buddy."
Yeah.
You were going too far.
It is sort of a farce, too. Sometimes you just... like, Tupi and I die at the exact same time. And I don't know why. It's something that happens with us all the time. We die at the same time. And so a lot of what happens is that when you die, your healer dies with you. So you might just not notice that your healer... That's why I've noticed I've been paying a lot more attention to kill feed. Because kill feed definitely tells you who's doing their job and who's not doing their job. Yep. Or why someone's not doing their job.
And our weekly reminder, if you see 4 red people killing 4 blue people, get the heck out of there, buddy.
Yes. Yes. Preach.
When I play a healer, mostly Lucio, but sometimes Mercy, like, you know, and Elijah will tell you this, you know, I'll be standing behind Elijah's shield, you know, doing my thing, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, Raja just gets wild hair up his butt, and he just goes flying off into the enemy team like, hey, I'm going to charge right over here.
I know who that wild hair is. It's
I'm going to charge. I'm going to charge over here.
Mercy. I'm trying to get that freaking Mercy, because I can see her building up her res.
And I'm like, Raja, what are you doing, bro? Please come back. And I'm not running after a Raja's Reinhardt, you know, sticking my staff up his bum to try to heal him when he's surrounded by 4 dudes. I'm backing the freak off, and I'm going to find 2P or somebody else to heal.
Right.
I'm not running into the back.
Because then that's 2 picks that they got.
I'm not, because, you know, if Elijah goes down, I am dead as a healer. And I know that. That's why I don't follow him into glorious battle. You know, I say, Elijah, where are you going? Please come back. You know,
that's
and
just been lately.
I
usually do better than that, but yeah.
We're just like pooping all over him, just like a kid.
And remember this, folks, in case you didn't know, the payload heals you when you stand next to it.
Yeah.
It heals you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another reason to get some objective time.
There is a built-in incentive from Blizzard.
That payload literally heals your health when you stand close enough to it.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, ironically, the only people who push the payload are people who can heal themselves. Yeah.
Like Lucio.
Yeah.
Yep.
If your Lucio has more objective time than you, then you suck. Bottom line.
Well, I mean, unless you're a flanker.
Unless you're a Reaper, a Genji, or a Tracer.
Yeah.
I mean, even as Soldier 76, I love nothing better than standing on top of that payload like,
come at me.
Drop your heal boost.
Back in my day, we'd have had this payload delivered already. Helix rockets on his face. You know,
we're all supports now.
Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we've been grumpy little so and so's today, but You know, we're just trying to drop some knowledge on you guys. It might be too overmuch.
Nuggets.
Might be too overmuch.
Sometimes we're a little overmuch.
But
branding.
Yep.
Thank
you very much for joining the podcast. This has been your Reinhardt, Elijah.
You're suffering Lucio Jared. You're bad at this.
I play whatever. I play the thing that wins.
The guy that that has no favorites.
Mr. Flex Giblets.
Thank you, Tupi, for joining us.
It was great having you.
A pleasure.
Tupi's the flanker.
And thank you to our viewers. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll be back same sexy time, same sexy channel.
Saturdays, 7:30 EST.
Don't forget our good friend who needs our help. Roger, could you get Beatbot to drop that link one more time for that GoFundMe?
Yeah. And also, any information about the goings on of the podcast, whether we're canceling it, maybe any updates on podcast oriented stuff. That's why when I made this overlay, I plopped that Twitter link right there. Go and give us a little bit of a follow. Give us a little bit of a Twitter smooch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're one of those people that wants to help us with a tip or a donation, instead of doing that, please click on the link that Chillabot just posted in the chat for a friend of the guild's GoFundMe for his medical expenses. We really appreciate any help you give us there.
Because as much as we'd like money, we would use it for stupid things, and this is
rather this guy. He needs it. We don't.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. Thanks for joining us, and have a great Overwatch game.
Bye.
Good night, folks.